Every day of the basho, Yokozuna Musashi Maru has to perform the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri, the Yokozuna ring entering ceremony. At first, he seemed a bit lonely as the sole competing Yokozuna, but now seems to have settled into the role quite well. In the past, there have been 39 basho with only one Yokozuna, and 10 basho even with no Yokozuna. So it's not so unusual to see this dearth of the Grand Champions. Musashi Maru is not so old and looks as if he has a few more good years left in him. As for Takanohana, who can say? He's a headstrong rikishi who doesn't do as he's told, and he may or may not return to the dohyo. Calls for him to compete or quit are growing amongst the sumo ranks. Also out of this tournament is Kotomitsuki, who broke his jaw in the last tournament, and Tokutsuumi. Up to our first bout of day 4. It's between the great poser, or the one-time poser, Asanowaka, and Hamanishiki. Well, Asanowaka was a very flamboyant character not so long ago, but he was told to tone it down by the association. He did exactly that. But he's a skillful wrestler, good at the start, good at the tachiai. So they're pulling Hamanishiki down with hikiotoshi to take his second win, and that was the second loss for Hamanishiki. Next out, Buyuzan from the Musashigawa stable, and Tamanoshima. These two have never fought before. Both of them relative newcomers to the Makuuchi division. There's a bit of a head-banging start there, both meeting exactly in the middle. And then into the thrusts to the face. Another lunge with the head there, which comes to nothing. And more slaps, and then a pull down on the back of the head. It's Tamanoshima who takes that one as Buyuzan bites the dust. So Tamanoshima, previously known as Tamanonada, but he changed his name, as the wrestlers often do when they've had a string of bad luck. Now we have Mongolian Kyokushuzan. He's got 3 straight wins so far, and he's fighting Dejima, also with 3 straight wins. He seems to be coming back on form, but let's see. So Kyokushuzan locks onto the belt. He's got his right arm isolated a bit, but then that uses that to go around the neck of Dejima. A little bit of a mistake there. Dejima thought he had his arm isolated. He pushed it up in the air, but Kyokushuzan used that very skillfully to wrap around the neck and dump Dejima down. So 4 straight wins for Kyokushuzan and first loss. Well, it's 4 wins in a row for Kyokushuzan, and each one has been a different technique. See if he can keep that one up. Next out, Jumonji fights Chiyotenzan. Chiyotenzan, incidentally, there's been rumours, not rumours, actually reports in the Japanese press recently of him bullying his assistant, known as the Skibito in the sumo. Well, they get a hard time anyway, the younger wrestlers in sumo, but he seems to have overdone it a bit, if the reports are true. Well, there Chiyotenzan gets hustled out, and Jumonji takes his first win of this tournament. This is only his 3rd basho. Last basho he had only 6 wins. So he needs at least Kachikoshi 8 wins in this tournament to stay in the Makuuchi division. Now Kotoryu, the man who came back from the cold. He was in the Juryo division. Previously, of course, in the Makuuchi division a long time, but got injured. But there, Kotoryu gets thrust down, tsukiotoshi, and it's Otsukasa who takes his first win. Otsukasa, his name means something like government official, old style, in the past, historical name or term. So our next bout between heavyweight Wakanoyama at 161 kilos, looks heavier than he actually is. Kaiho, who's a mere 122 kilos, so quite a lot of weight difference between these two. They've fought 7 times, and Wakanoyama's won 5 of them, but that's 3rd win there in their personal encounters for Kaiho. So very neatly done technique there as he spins Wakanoyama over with hikiotoshi, pull drop throw. Tall Kotonowaka now fights short squat Akinoshima. Akinoshima at 35 years old says he wants to go on till he's 40 years old. Kotonowaka uses his long arms there on Akinoshima's shoulders Akinoshima tries to get the belt. There's a lot of bulk in front of him. He's a big wrestler. Kotonowaka, 175 kilos. But Akinoshima's won a lot of prizes. But not this time round. Got dumped over there pretty successfully with uwatenage, the overarm grip of Kotonowaka. So second loss for Akinoshima, third win for Kotonowaka. Well, he's coming up to his last basho performance when he only got 4 wins and 11 losses, so almost for sure he'll do better this time round. Next out, Takamisakari, just chucking the salt there, and Tamakasuga. Takamisakari, cheerful character, and gets a lot of media attention here in Japan. And he's actually quite a difficult wrestler. Kaiho said he's very difficult to deal with. Well, there you see Takamisakari dispatching Tamakasuga, who's a very experienced wrestler. He's been in the Makuuchi division since 1996. And Takamisakari, this is only his 4th Makuuchi basho. Mongolian out next, Kyokutenho, who seems to have hurt his big toe when he fought Kotoryu yesterday. Here fighting Miyabiyama. These two have fought 3 times previously. Miyabiyama has won all 3 of them. Slightly lowish start from Miyabiyama. Seems comfortable there. He's got his left arm in. That's the left sashi, as they call it, on the inside grip there. Looking for the right-sided grip as well. Both wrestlers with 1 hand each on the belt and struggling to get the other grip in. Well, Miyabiyama looks like he gets it first, and he hustles Kyokutenho to the edge and forces him out with yorikiri. Second win for Miyabiyama and second loss for Kyokutenho. Powerhouse Wakanosato now against technician Hamanishiki. Hamanishki's had 2 good bashos previously, had 10 wins, the last one, 9 before that. Wakanosato, noted for his power. So he closes off the smaller wrestler. Moves him to the edge. Well, Hamanishiki not looking too good this basho. He's had 4 straight losses now, so he's suffering a bit. It takes such a lot of stick in training. It's almost impossible to predict from one basho to the next who's going to do well, because they are given a hard time and they get lots of injuries. In fact, almost everything in sumo is designed to be painful. The ring they fight in is rock hard. It's covered with abrasive sand. And the outside of the ring is hard as well. Now, Takanonami fights the Green Wolf, as he's now being called, Asashoryu. Well, those Japanese like to use the word wolf. Of course, Chiyonafuji was called the Wolf. And now this Asashoryu has been called the Green Wolf. Green symbolizing the green plain steppes, is it, of Mongolia. Well, a little bit of fussing around there. Takanonami's not noted for his tachi-ai. He's a tall wrestler. He has difficulty doing it properly. Asashoryu gets that deep grip in, spins him around, takes him to the edge, and shoves him out. So in there, 6 times they've met. Asashoryu has beaten Takanonami 5 times, so he seems to have the tall man's measure. Although it has to be said, Takanonami is on the downward slope, and Asashoryu is a rapidly rising star. So that's 3rd win for Asashoryu. He's had 1 loss already. That was the 4th straight loss for Takanonami. Musayama in the silvery colour. Moashi fights Tochinonada here. Both wrestlers around the 160 kilo mark, just slightly above the average weight for this division. Musayama's suffering from a lower back injury, though he's had 2 good bashos before, 10 wins each time. So both wrestlers locked on onto the belts and fighting on the other side for a grip, which we can't quite see from here. There's a lot of struggling going on that side, but eventually it's Musayama who slowly edges Tochinonada over the edge of the dohyo. Third win for Musayama, and only one loss, and second loss for Tochino Nada. Of course, unlike other sporting competitions, if you can call sumo a sport, they have to produce an all-out effort once a day over a 15-day period. So it's not like fighting a way through a group of pools or a knockout competition. This happens in many sports. So it's all or nothing effort. So now, Tochi Azuma, he's fought Tosano Umi here 23 times. And Tochi Azuma's won 12 of them, including the last 7. Tochi Azuma looking a little bit flat already in this basho. That was a hard banging start there. Tochi Azuma not given much chance to recover from that onslaught from the Tachiai. Tosanumi takes his third win, first loss for Tochi Azuma. And it wasn't so long ago, a couple of bashos ago, they were talking about the new wave of young Rikishi coming through that were going to chuck out the old order. But they've all slid back. That was Kotomitsuki, Chiyotaikai, Tochi Azuma. They are not the same standard as Musashi Maru, etc. Well, Tochi Azuma not putting in too much of a struggle there. Tosanumi caught him on the hop and kept him off balance all the way out. Now, Big Kaiho fights Daisen. Daisen at 154 kilos, Kaiho at 171 kilos. They fought 3 times before. Kaiho's won 2 of those encounters. Kaiho's taken 2 losses already. Almost got sidestepped there on the Tachiai. Daisen got out the way, but Kaiho recovered very quickly, pushed him out, and actually prevented him there from crashing down outside the ring. So, gentlemanly touch there from Big Kaiho as he wins that bout there with Oshidashi. He also takes away a little bit of prize money. Now Toki in the orange Mawashi fights Rocket Chiyotaikai. Chiyotaikai did badly last tournament. He does badly in this tournament. Look at his taped up hands, wrist and fingers. Take an incredible amount of injuries, these wrestlers. Well, Toki's a rough fighter, and there's a lot of determination on his face. These two have fought 8 times previously, and Chiyotaikai's won all 8 of them. I suspect he's going to win this one. Well, that was a much faster start from Chiyotaikai, straight across the ring. Toki had barely time to rise up from the start position, and Chiyotaikai was at him and just kept thrusting all the way out. Let's see this one again. So low start, Chiyotaikai cracks in the head, then it's attacks to the throat and to the middle of the chest. Another one to the throat, one to the belt, and Toki sails over the edge. 4 straight wins for Chiyotaikai. Certainly looking like he'll put in a good enough performance this time to keep himself in the Ozeki ranks. Now we have the lone Yokozuna, the lone grand champion. 231 kilos of him, 500 pounds body weight. 10 tournament wins in the past. And here fighting Takanowaka. They've fought 7 times in the past. Musashi Maru's won 6 of them. Takanowaka is a plucky fighter. Basho in the January Basho this year, he broke a rib. Dropped out briefly, then came back in to finish off the basho. So he gives all he's got, but just not of the size and power to give Musashi Maru a decent battle. Well, Takanowaka is here at this level fighting Musashi Maru because he turned in 11-4 performance in the last basho, so that shot him up the ranks, but not really an opponent for Musashi Maru. Well, at the end of day 4, we've got 3 wrestlers leading with 4 straight wins: Musashi Maru, Chiyotaikai and Kyokushuzan. And then a lot of wrestlers in at 3 wins and 1 loss. Tochi Azuma, Musayama, Tosanumi, Asashoryu, etc. But we'll be back after the break, so don't go away.